All right, here we go.
You famous. You got 1,000 rolls. They like you on this strip.
Maybe
Where you from, though?
DC.
DC? You do look mad familiar. I see you in my dreams or something.
That was cute.
I try a little
That
bit.
was cute. I like that. Oh, wait, hold up.
What up?
Gosh, go ahead.
What? Oh, I like your accent, though. I be like, what is you talking about,
What
son?
you talking about?
Shit, trying to see you trying to file this application.
For what? Is it about to be something else? No, I have a boyfriend.
He's not here. Oh, yeah, I'm on live stream? Damn.
I'm a man.
Let me turn the live stream off. Hey, Chad, we're gonna be right back.
I'm here.
Motherfucking bitch. Motherfucker.
She cheated as soon as the camera was off. She gave him the number. He should.
The data
he should have more
collection of
Instagram
all the
followers.
paternity test centers in America, they found that 32% of fathers who got a paternity test were indeed not the father of their children. This problem is so bad in Jamaica, it's about 70%. When the men's rights activists in Jamaica wanted to make it so that paternity tests were mandatory at birth, they said that they wouldn't allow it because it would cause too much femicide, meaning too many men would find out that their children are not actually their children and they would end up harming the women. In France, this problem is so bad that you're not even allowed to get a paternity test. They said, and I quote, that it would destroy and destabilize communities if they had mandatory paternity tests at birth. Women would have to be accountable for the decisions that they make. And if you have this conversation with some women, they will really act offended. All I'm gonna say is I never seen somebody wearing real diamonds afraid of a diamond test.
Yeah.
Ladies, who here thinks you should have mandatory paternity testing? Like, who here does not thinks maternity testing should not be mandatory? Raise your hand.
Well, it
Paternity testing,
depends,
sorry, my bad.
because, like, I feel like some people.
Like,
I don't know.
you just screw
I
up
would
sometimes.
know.
Like,
Larry,
some
you
people
picked the wrong
need
dude.
it,
I get
but-
it. No, it's fine.
No,
I don't think it should be mandatory, but I don't feel like it should be wrong for a man to ask for it. Like, I know there are instances where there are chances, like the hospital, like there's those cases where people switch their, like the babies are switched at birth. So then the paternity test shows he's not the father, but then also the mom is not the father. That's rare, but it does happen. But I don't think it's wrong for a man to ask, because that's a full time, that's a long-term commitment, you know, and the mother's asking for,
Financial fraud.
yeah,
It is.
like if the mother is asking for support for for 18 years, like that Kanye song, you know, where like
I think if
I
you
wish it
go
was
through
18
court,
years. It's
though,
not.
like
It's
if
a
there's child
lifeline.
support involved and stuff, the courts will mandatory make the DNA.
I feel like maybe it shouldn't be mandatory, but standard. Like maybe give you the option to decline it.
As it stands
you
right
know.
now, depending on the state, but as it stands right now, if a man does not contest the paternity, you're the father. If she puts your name,
that's crazy.
If she
puts
writes your name on the birth certificate,
yeah,
yeah.
you're the dude.
Um,
And to the point where it. and
What
it becomes
if
very difficult.
what if
You
you write
can.
the name, but then the test in the future proves otherwise?
You're still financially
That's
obligated
insane.
to that child.
Wait, just so we're clear, because I don't want Mac and Murphy yelling at me.
Yeah,
It is
yeah, I was
about,
gonna say.
it is like 1 or 2% where we see this paternity like fraud.
Now-
It's about 1 or 2. And the reason why you might say is like 1 or 2%, that seems super low. I'm like, yes, because of paternity tests, this is what you should expect. Women know if they get pregnant by the wrong guy, because like it's not that hard to get the child terminated in pregnancy. We don't have to say the word, but like it's not that difficult to do that in the United States of America, regardless of what all you people who hate Trump think. It's pretty easy to get that done. Women would rather have that done than have their man leave them. So that's why you're more likely to see that than a woman giving birth to to cheating and then giving birth to someone else's baby. It's just not that
Well,
common.
it's also
it's just too easy to get caught.
It's also selection bias too, because the guys who are going,
they're going to the paternity test.
to
are
find
more
out,
likely,
the guys who are going to the paternity test are more likely to find out that the baby isn't theirs, because they already suspect that it's not there. So ergo, it's going to be
So
higher.
let's just say hypothetically, 30% of women cheat. If you take a survey of all men, the likelihood of you finding out their girl cheated was 30%. But if you took only men who suspected their wife of cheating, then that number is going to be 50, 60%. It's going to be a much higher number, because that's selection bias. That's what that is.
So let me bake your brain a little bit more. Okay. That's proactive cuckoldry, essentially, is what that is. Because it is having the baby and then convincing the father, the not father, that they are actually the father. Okay, that's what we think of as cuckoldry, right? And of course, that's why McAmurphy and everybody wants to go, oh, it's incredibly low. It's only like 2 or 3% or 10% or whatever it is, right? And they're only focusing on that aspect of cuckoldry. Now, we just saw a video a minute ago of this woman who had 3 kids, who had one at $130,000, one had what, 5 cars, 3 cars, 6 cars, 6 bedrooms, 2 properties, all this other stuff. Okay. So that you had the privilege of taking care of her 3 sprogs that were born from like probably 2 different fathers. Okay. And so how is that not the same fucking thing? It's only socially acceptable because that guy becomes a stepfather and not a quote unquote cuck, but he's still serving the same function. What is he doing? He is accepting the parental investment responsibilities of other men's kids at the expense of his own reproduction. That's exactly what happens in retroactive cuckoldry and proactive cuckoldry. Why do we not include that in the statistics for cuckoldry? The reason we don't is because one is socially acceptable in a gynocentric social order. The other one we think of as a bastard child, right? And so we need to start looking at it in whole instead of just like this is the bad one and this is the good one.
Well, I think that also the difference is the men in this situation are going into it knowing that they're raising. They
have a choice.
So there's
to go
agency
into it.
involved in that.
But again, in the age where most guys aren't getting laid, that seems like a pretty good reproductive mating strategy to go out with a woman who already has kids in the hopes that perhaps maybe she'll reproduce with you. It becomes a beta male mating strategy. And that's why I'm saying you're still, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still performing the same function that the guy who is secretly not the father is performing for the woman. The only difference is one is duplicitous and a lie. The other one is out in the open. They're still effective. At the end of the day, at the end of your life, they still serve the same function. She had sex with another man, reproduced with him, and you took care of you're the one who took care of the provisioning, protection, and parental investment.
Listen, I take care of all the kids because I pay taxes.
That's right.
I pay taxes, bro. And that's so all the kids are getting taken care of because of me. In every other aspect of life, materially representing facts for financial or personal gain is called fraud. So why is paternity fraud not illegal? That's a really great point.
It should be. It's so horrible.
At least a civil case. That's
it's
pretty
so horrible. Don't do that,
if
ladies.
Someone pays years of child support and then they find out the kid's not theirs. Do they get any of that money back?
Of course not. Nope.
No.
Of course not. There's no
They're just
men shouldn't leave the kids either. It should be equal law.
Yeah. That's the way the state
that's so horrible. Don't do that.
Come on, Mike. Have you considered all of the extremely creative hall passes women give themselves so their cheating doesn't count? That's why women are innocent. So
obviously we're all innocent.
Most of the guys who watch me believe women cheat more than men. Sadia Khan also believes women cheat more than men.
No.
Because they give themselves an out. Like they're like, well, he used a condom and I didn't have an orgasm, therefore it doesn't count.
No. No, women do not cheat more than men.
So it doesn't count.
Tell them to get a therapist.
In my experience, women are healed enough to want to date me when they've gained 100 pounds and have more than 2 kids. That's why I'm single. So they become healed when they get overweight. Okay, got it.
I'm healed.
Lesson in economics: you need to make $120,000 a year to have the same purchasing power as $30,000 salary in 1980. That's true.
Rational.
If you make $134,000 a year, you're in the top 10% of wage earners in the country. And you ladies, most of you probably would not date a guy who makes less than that, which is crazy. And then Islam is right about women being able to drive. Hilarious. Shout out to Ryan. And then finally, you should interview Kevin Sorbo about the glass ceiling for conservatives in Hollywood. Absolutely true. There is a limitation. If you're a politically conservative man in Hollywood, there's certain parties you're just not invited to.
Yeah.